crazy honors kids will start wearing Depends so you can just pee right here and not have to leave.
That's such a good idea.
It'll be awesome, man. I'll never miss anything.
Then I'll lose all my friends.
Why do you smell? I don't. All right. Ow! Mother!
Okay, what happened?
I leaned this way just enough to lower the armrest under the edge of the table, and my finger was between the armrest of the table, and then I leaned this way, and I'm a fat bastard, so it pushed up. Oh!
Honestly, I could probably be back from the bathroom right now. I'm really mad. No! The back picture thing isn't on.
All right. Unlike adding and subtracting, which had to be
What does that
the radical.
Oh.
The index tells us the nature of the radical. When we're adding and subtracting, the whole thing had to be the same, right? But when you're multiplying, it need not be. The only thing that needs to be the same is the index number. All right? And that is simply because, and if you see a simple answer, you'll see why. What if I were to take the square root of 4 and multiply it by the square root of 4, what would I get?
Square root of 6.
I would, that's 2. 2 times 2 is 4, correct? But 4 is also the square root of 16. Everybody cool? Square 4 times 4, square root of 16, yeah? But if I change this to the cube root of 4 times 4, the root of 4, I cannot do that. Why? Because 4 does not have a cubed root. Everybody understand? All right. So all you have to do, and it's nothing new, it's exactly the same as, again, 3x times 2y is 6xy, because you do 3 times 2 and x times y. Same thing here. You multiply the coefficients together and the arguments together. The argument is the math term for anything affected by a coefficient. Okay? So all you do, it's exactly like, again, x's and y's. The previous thing that we knew about coefficients and their arguments applies here too. So, what am I going to multiply here? 7 and 5 to get negative 35, and 3 and 8 to get what? 24. Now, I have done the multiplication. Have I finished the question? No, because 24 breaks down into 4 times 6. What is the square root of 4? 2, so what comes out? 2, meaning I get negative 70 root 6. Is everybody Gouda? Great. You do B. Go. I'm going to nurse my very sore finger still. I know all of you think I'm being a wuss, but I invite any one of you to come up here, put your finger between the arm rest and the desk, and I'll lean to the left, and we'll see how well you take it. Huh? Come on up, buddy. Everyone's a big talker. Yeah, I know you're joking because it hurts. Because I'm not soft, and I was in a lot of pain. But you're all welcome to come on up. Exactly what I did. You will put your fingernail between the desk and this armrest. I will lean to the right so there is room for your finger. Then I will lean to the left. Exactly what I did. We could do it with a pencil. Observe. Listen. Oh, wait. Oh, it's not working. The armchair pencil isn't as thick as my fingy. Yeah, it's only half as thick. No good. Ganika, why are we on walkabout? I understand, but for which part? Okay. Oh, Catherine went to the bathroom. Quick, everybody, learn as much as you can. Learn. Let's go. That is 3 root 16, which is 3 times the root of 16, which is 4 times 4. So that's 12. That's negative 8 times 6 is negative 48 root 72. But you wouldn't leave it as 72 because, of course, that's 36 times 2. So you would bring out a 6. Negative 48 times 6 is... Oh, it was worth it. Oh, sorry.
You didn't learn anything good.
Huh? Okay, 8 times 6 is 48. 6 times 12 is 72. Square root of 72. Oh, yeah, it's sorry. I was going so fast. 6 times negative 48 is negative 288. I know, right? I can multiply. I'm 40. I know how to multiply without a calculator.
43.
Boo! Why would you do 9 and 7? 9 times 7 is 63, not 72. That's okay. I'll let it slide. All right, everybody good?
Wait, what?
Hey, you shouldn't have peed. Look at all the teaching I did.
Okay, the toilet flushed like 3 times.
I know, those toilets. We won an award at our school for being so good at saving water. But if you look at those toilets, they flush.
You walk by.
It's so annoying. How can we possibly be saving water? When I pee in the staff bathroom, just for pee, it flushes 4 times. 4 times.
Okay, but so it's 3 root 16. How is it a 44 then?
It's not a 44. That's 4 times 4.
Oh.
I was working very fast.
So am I, Suhani.
You're excited for what?
For Christmas.
Who isn't excited for Christmas?
I'm always excited.
You guys love Christmas. You get tons and tons of presents. Because that's what it's about.
I spent all my money on presents.
You go into debt. You spend the rest of the year paying it off. You get it paid off just in time to do it all again. Meanwhile, never mind.
We don't care about how you feel.
3 root 9, which is, of course, 3 times 3, which is, of course, 9. Everyone is good, yes?
Wait, so the answer is just 9?
Yes. Well, because, dude, the root of 9 is 3. So out comes a 3, but there's already a 3 there. So it's 9. All right. Knowing what you know about multiplying radicals, adding radicals, and the distributive property, you should all be able to do E. Because we've already done distributive property, and we have already done multiplying radicals. Well, we're starting it right now. And we've done adding radicals. Can't think, man. My finger hurts. That's a joke. It's from an old Cheech and Chong thing. You guys know who Cheech and Chong are?
That sounds racist.
Wow. No, they weren't racist. That was their names.
No, I'm just saying it sounds racist. No?
The guy was named Cheech Marine, and his comedy partner was named Thomas Chong.
Cool.
But Marine and Thomas sounded bad. But Cheech and Chong sounds much better. Chong was from Vancouver. You do keep those. You keep them closed. No, I'm just saying. She just said I'll keep mine closed. That's better. What happens there? You're not going to use rainbows. You're going to distribute. And what do you get? Well, first you get 15 root 16. And then what do you get there? 10 root 24 minus 5 root 40. Now, if you get to there, you are halfway done. Because you always have to simplify. What is the square root of 16? 4. So I have 60 plus 24 is 4 times 6. So that's 20 root 6 minus 4 times 10, 20 root 10. Am I done?
Wait, why is it?
Tw-
Why is it 4? Isn't it supposed to be 2 times 5? Because you're bringing out.
Oh, yeah, I'm bringing out 2. 10 root 10. Silly. Yeah? All right. Now, knowing what you know, what are you going to do with F? No calculators allowed. You heard me. How are you going to do F without a calculator? You're going to use your brain where math is done. Yes, exactly. How many of you are going to follow the instructions I gave you without thinking? And how many of you are going to think a little and save yourself a crap ton of work? Go. I saw that.
I'm doing D, actually. I've already done F.
Oh, yeah? What is it?
It's 2 cubed root 2 times 3 cubed root 2.
Yeah, except that's still not finished. You're 2/3 of the way there. First of all, let's find out how many people just listen to instructions like good trained monkeys. How many of you went cubed root of 864?
Oh, yeah, that's me.
Why would you do that? Isn't that 8 times 2? And isn't the cube root of 8 2? So isn't that 2 cube root 2? And isn't that, just chill, sister. Isn't that 27 times 2? And isn't the cubed root of 27 3? So isn't that 3 cube root 2? I find it a lot easier to do 2 times 3, which is 6, and cube root 2 times 2, which is 4, than trying to do a factor tree for 864.
So I just was wondering.
That's why I said you were 2/3 of the way there. See how it took 3 steps?
Yeah.
So, what is the lesson that I am bringing to you today? Simplify when? Always. And simplify often.
Would you take like square root the 4 and give this 6 to 2?
You cannot square root the 4 because it is a cube root.
Oh, right.
So, how many of you were going to do the square root of 1,724 or whatever that is? A bunch of you. Would you do that now, Preston? No. Because, of course, 28 is what? 7 times 4. So what comes out? 2. 10 root 7. 63 is 9 times 7. So what comes out? 3 times 9 root 7. Now, what's 10 times 9? 90. Root 7 times root 7 is root 49. What is the root of 49? 7. So what comes out? 7. What was already out there? 90. What's 7 times 90? 630. Way easier, way faster. And I would argue a better chance of being right. Because if you punch all that into your calculator, there's a chance you're going to hit the button wrong. Uh-oh. What's going on with H?
It's a FOIL.
It's double distribution. So I got to make sure I distribute that 2 root 8 to both, and then that 3 root 7 to both. I should always remember to simplify first if I can. Can I?
No.
Can I? Yeah, because that's 4 times 2, yeah? So that's really 4 root 2 plus 3 root 7 times 2 root 3 minus 3 root 2. And then I run through FOIL. What's the first one? Four root 2 times 2 root 3. And what do I get there, Thomas? 8 root 6. And what's the second one? Minus 12 root 4. Plus 6 root 21 minus 9 root 14. Is there any simplifying to be done there? Yeah. Where? That. Because what's the square root of 4? 2. What's 2 times 12? 24. So it's 8 root 6 plus 6 root 21 minus 9 root 14 minus 24. Yeah? Everybody good? Now, does it change if the looks change? Does it? No, of course not. So let's practice a couple of easy ones, and then we'll move on to some more complex ones. You can simplify whenever you want, but I do not recommend simplifying at the end because then the numbers are big and yucky. Yeah. Yeah. What's this guy? 4 and 6. What's this guy? 16 and 3. What's this guy? 4 and 14. So what do I get? 6 root 6 times 8 root 3 times 8 root 14. What's 6 times 8 times 8? 384. Root 6 times 3 times 14. Now, I know that 6 times 3 times 14 is going to be a big number, yeah? And I know that when it's going to be a big number, I'm going to have to simplify, yeah? So if I'm going to have to simplify the big number anyway, and I've already got it partially broken down, shouldn't I just leave it broken down? What's 6? What's 6 break down into? 2 times 3 times 3. And what's 14 break down into? 2 times 7. And all of a sudden, there's one pair, out comes a 2. There's another pair, out comes a 3. So 384 times 6, which is 1,800. 80 times 6 is 40. That's 2280. And 6 times 4 is 24. That's 2,304 root 7. Yeah? Now you're done. But see, again, if you just follow steps, I'm betting that a great many of you just multiplied 6 times 3 times 14, yes? Right? And got 18 times 14 is 180 and 72, 252. So then you had to simplify 252 with the factor tree. I submit that actually knowing what's going on and planning ahead saves you a ton of work, because you can just move these down to here, because these are easy to break down. With me? Picking up what I'm putting down? Reading my mail? Mowing my lawn? All right. Let's try a slightly more complicated one. Don't worry about it, Arch. I don't mow my lawn either, because lawns are just weeds. And to mow your lawn ruins actual energy, like gas in your lawnmower, and makes the world a worse place. If you really care about the world, you would plant a bunch of wildflowers so bees could live in your house or by your house. Yes, thanks. Because without bees, we will die. The real smart move that an alien civilization would do, they wouldn't waste any time killing people. They would kill all the bees. Because then humans would die. And it would be super easy. You shouldn't know. You know what? I used to have a crusade against killing every single wasp in the universe. I wanted them all dead. And then I recently read an article written by a biologist that says, wasps do a great deal of pollination as well that we just don't know about because we don't care about them, because we think wasps are dicks and we kill them. Wasps are. I mean, don't get me wrong. Wasps are dicks. They're just flying, little death monsters.
Flying knives.
Right? Yes, flying knives. That is what they are. Because they don't even have the common courtesy to die if they sting you, like a bee. Because wasp stingers aren't like a fish hook, like a bee stinger. When a bee stings you, it pulls all its own guts out. That's why bees don't sting you. Wasps sting you. Because wasps just, I'm landing on this person, I don't like them. Sting, 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 sting. And wasps are carnivorous, so they can bite as well. Yes, they can sting and bite. Bees only sting, and when they sting, it's a last resort because they die. Yes, it rips their stinger out of their guts. Haven't you seen the Bee movie?
Yeah, I have.
Yeah, it's not real. There's no bee hospital to bandage up his butt after his stinger gets ripped out. That bee is dead. I know, I thought it was pretty funny too. Oh my God, don't do it. I'm doing it. Spring. Ah. And then he shows up with the crutches and the bandage around his ass. That was awesome. I love the Bee movie. All right. Here we go.
Horclaw.
Oh, Mr. Myers. Shocking. Bringing fractions to the party. Whew. Again, don't just follow steps. Think about what you're doing. Delicious. I know you guys don't care, but I'm back on my good coffees. I'm very happy about it. Not because I'm addicted to coffee or anything. I could stop. But no, it's true. I really am not. If I didn't have my coffee and I started getting a headache or something from it because I was addicted to it, I would immediately stop drinking coffee. End of discussion. I wouldn't do any of this, oh, I'll just have half a cup today, horse crap. I would just like, no. Coffee's not the boss of me. I'm the boss of me. Oh, funny story. So I'm at this thing on Friday night with my kids they're in this theater school in Chilliwack, and they did a fundraiser at the fancy Chilliwack Theater. And, no, you know what? Never mind. No, never mind. I changed my mind. Suffice to say, I had to give, I didn't even. Normally, I'm the one that gives people a stern talking to for minding their own business. But my wife gave a lady a very stern talking to for minding her own business. It was awesome. Because she wasn't minding her own business, Preston. Never mind. She didn't mind her own business. She was a nosy, bad word. And my wife did not take it very kindly and told that lady what she needed to hear. I was very proud of her because normally I have to do that. And it weighs heavily on my shoulders to always be the person crusading to make people not be horrible. So it was nice that my wife took over. Again, what is this going to be? He waited patiently. No, I know. I realized halfway through. I'm sorry, Catherine. I'll do my best to edit my stories and make them better for you.
No, I said the story about how he waited patiently.
Oh, I see.
Can we please go in depth in this one? Never mind.
Of course. I do every question all the way through, Ganika. There's only 2 steps, but I'll do my best. Do you see any coefficients?
Yes.
Excellent. What do we do with coefficients when multiplying radicals? Multiply them. What is the product that we get when we multiply the coefficient -7, which is a factor in this situation, by the other coefficient, which is 2, thereby making it a second factor? Now I need a product of that multiplication. What is it? Awesome! Square root. Now, what do we do with the arguments of this? I multiply them together. 6 over 35 times 5 over 9. But, of course, I would never multiply 6 times 35, or 6 times 5 to get 30, and 35 times 9 to get 315. That would be silly. I would do my simplification when? Now. Is there a number that goes into 6 and 9? 3. So that's 2 over 3. Is there a number that goes into 5 and 35? 5. So that's 1 over 7. So now I have negative 14 root 2 21sts. And of course, I cannot simplify that because that is negative 14 square root 2 over square root 21, which is unsimplifiable until tomorrow, when this becomes the third of 4 steps that we do. Okay? But until we master this, we won't be mastering that. Oakley dokley. Now, Najim, your hand went up because I assume you are bothered by the radical denominator, which will not be a bother after tomorrow. All right, let us move on to the next level
That's the final answer?
That is this is where for now you people would leave it. Yes. All right. 3 root 8x cubed y to the 4th times 6 12x squared y to the 9th. What? Again, you can follow the steps, which will always get you to the answer. It may take longer, or you can simplify first. It is up to you. If you are just following the steps, you know how to do this. If you are going to simplify first, you know how to do this. You can also use a weird hybrid of the two, which is what I'm going to do now to give you yet another way you could do this. I will wait a moment for you to try it out. There will be no doot about how well you can do these. And soon you will be able to do them without my help. I just decided what I will do for my next sorting. The next time I have to move you around. The next time I have to bring in the sorting hat and put you in new spots. Huh? I'm going to go in numerical order by your personal education number. No, not your student number, your personal education number. And your pen. And after that, if that fails, I will go by student number. Birthday. That's why Varsha should be where Prab is, because she is one day after you. But Varsha sat over there first, and Prab sat there. I'm letting it go, because it's already quieter. All right. Now, you could do this. 18 root 96 x to the 5th y to the 13th. And then simplify. You could do that. You could also do this. 4 times 2 x squared x1, y squared, 4, 3, x squared, y squared, y squared, y squared, y1. And simplify here to get 6, 12. That's gone. That's gone. 2x, out comes an x. That's gone. y2, out comes a y. y2, out comes a second y. They're gone. x2, out comes an x. Out comes 3 y's. Oh, 4 y's, because that should have been y squared, y squared, y squared, y squared. Y to the 4th. All those y's are gone, leaving a single y. Then you would have had 6xy squared times 12xy to the 4th, which would have gotten you 72x squared y to the 6th. And under here left over, 2x times 3y, 6xy. And that would give you your final answer. Or you could have done a third option, which is... Oh no, that's about it. What did you do, Sean?
I got I did the same thing as you, but then I just multiplied them all together.
So where? You did the pink?
Basically the same thing, but then I moved the x and the y out after.
So you got to...
I got 6 root 2x.
Oh, so you did this. You just simplified this one.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. But the point is, I'm sorry, Ganika, just one sec. The point is, you're simplifying somewhere along the way.
Yeah.
You're not trying to go all the way through. Ganika.
Maybe please go from the 18.
Go down from this one.
Yeah.
All right, well, 36, or 96 is 16 times 6. Right? X to the 5th is x squared, x. Yeah? And y to the 13th is, I'm not even going to write them all out. What's the square root of 16? 4. So out comes a 4. 4 times 18 is 72. How many x's can I get out of there? I can get out one x because there's a pair. So out comes an x. I can get out another x. So out comes an x. X times x, x squared. Y to the 13th, I'm looking for groups of 2, right? So y to the 13th divided by 2 is y to the 6th with 1 y left over, yeah? So I bring out y to the 6th and I left 1 y under there. Remember, on the very first day we simplified these, we did this. Complex examples, how we brought out variables, right? All right, is everybody good? Is everybody ready to try one of these on their onlys? Okay. Let's go with go. And after this, we're going to stop. Because I have faith in you. And I'm not going to give you any homework. Bugles. Okay. I was trying to figure out, are those dudes eating those mini ice cream cones plain? Are they regular bugles, ranch bugles, nacho bugles? I know, I understand. I'm waiting. I am not one of those, like, you know how your grandma sometimes does crap like that to you? Like, asks you a question and then your mouth is full and you don't answer and then she gets mad at you for not answering her right away. And then the next time you answer her right away and then she gets mad at you for talking with your mouth full. I don't know if you guys have grandmas like that. Nice. Bugle is a guilty pleasure for me because they may contain wheat. They're not sure if they are or not, so I risk it. I don't really like that the people that make our food don't actually know what's in their food. I know what it is. It's may contain. It's because they make it in a factory that has that thing in it, and it might be contaminated. I know that's what it means. But it's fun to make the joke. What scares me more is when you look at something that, for example, might contain shellfish. And it's like orange juice. That is a little like, what? Really? And I don't get that one. My family and I, because my daughter and myself are both celiac, read a lot of ingredients. And every so often we come across something like peanut butter may contain shellfish. What the hell? Why are you busting crabs open in your peanut butter factory? My peanut butter factory's on the beach. They just walk in. I don't know. We trying our best. Are we good? What? Can I show the question? Yeah? Okay, well, I'm just in the middle of simplifying my first simplification. Brendan? Am I done? No, of course not. Because that is 480 y cube root 10x y cubed. And then what? Yes. Oh yeah, that x should be right there. So that's 480. And then what? This y has to come out to get 480 xy squared cube root 10x. Now, again, it's not difficult, but it's time consuming and it is fussy. Or one of my favoriteest words of the English language, persnickety.
We went over this already.
I know. I just like to say it. Kanika.
Why can't we add the x and x? It would be 480 x2 y2.
Because I only brought out one x. There's a cube root of x here, and since I'm seeking cube roots, I can bring out one x. This x is not a cube root. There's only one of them, so he can never come out. He's trapped. It is a tragic story. He's locked in there with 10. He'll never get out. But we, however, live in an appropriate world which allows us because this X in our world does get to come out if he needs to, or she. Did you? Oh, here's next random new fact that you people probably didn't know. Rainbows viewed from above are circles. If you go into space and you look down where we see a rainbow, you will see a circle.
So where's the bottom of the circle?
It's a circle. There is neither a beginning nor an ending.
It's like you see this part. Where's this?
Below the height, below the horizon. Oh, I forgot. World's flat. Sorry. Space is a fake. It's not real. It's in Australia.